Hello, and welcome to a special bonus video here on the Triple B. That's right, it is I, Future Howard, the editor of the Triple B. Of course, by the time you watch this, I'm present Howard. It's timey-wimey. Here's the thing. On episode 241, I had to drop out due to illness. I made it through What's on Tap, and then I stopped. I had to leave the show. My good co-host, the band, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder, challenged me. Well, he didn't really challenge me, but he made this recommendation that I record myself while I edited this, because I think they got up to some shenanigans and they want to catch my reaction on camera and take you along for the ride and all of that. So that's what's happening here. I'm set up for editing, and unfortunately because of that, I use enough of my USB ports. I don't have a port for my microphone, which is sitting back there. So I apologize that the sound is a bit more echoey and such. I'm using just the standard laptop mic because that's what I got. So apologize for that. With this, I'm going to talk a little bit here about how I edit and some of the things I do. And then there'll be some time lapses and such to speed you through the things where I'm not going to react and such. So if you want to see the full episode of the show, go check out episode 241. But for now, let's dive into what you are looking at. And this might look a little weird, but in the grand scheme of editing, because we record 2 episodes of the show at a time, so in one night we record 2 episodes, my recording files are fairly large. So the first thing I usually do is I take it and bring all the files in, I sync them up, because Kidder records the multicam view. I just have what Google provides as the single cam. It allows me to switch back and forth. But I have to sync those sound files up because they're recorded at 2 different places. So I sync them up, and then I go and I kind of chop everything up. So here on our timeline, you can see the 2 intros for the show, which I recorded earlier tonight because I discovered Kidder hadn't recorded any openings, so I took care of that. And I have the first one for 240 placed, and I have 241 here because I'll start with episode 240. That was the first episode. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this one. So I'll start with 240. That's the first episode we recorded. And I'll start a save file for that. Basically, starting off with the template that already lays in a lot of our graphics, like our lower thirds that are here, our recorded date, all of that, and kind of get that all a bit into place. And as it slice everything up into the chunks of the show, I know roughly the show's about an hour long, so I kind of know where to cut here and there. So I haven't seen anything of the episode that I'm going to be recording tonight. Except for where I kind of jumped in to pick up, and when I finally could catch Kidder doing his usual closing spiel. But I have it all split out, and now once I have it kind of all split out, I save that file, so that was 240, and I save a copy file, which is 241. And that's why you're going to see everything is still here. And the first thing I have to do is kind of delete some of this stuff out. So this chunk here is my opening, on this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS spiel, and then 241s. And the nice thing is I've already got this lined up with where it needs to be, so that when I start on the second episode, I can just tweak it over. I will say this is part of why I won't do the whole thing live, because it's pulling off of our external, and that can sometimes be a little on the slow side. So there will be some time lapse and such. But then I can just take this. That's our top of the show graphic. This is our intro theme that we kind of got there. And then I can come up here and I can grab all of this and move this in. Now, the only thing I don't have lined up is the start of the episode and that. And I'm just going to, quickly put on the old headphones so I can listen in.
Yes.com.
Okay, so there, usually right after that .com. Everything's still selected. So we have these two. These are our main video feeds. Slide that up. We're good. You can see where we pop up. But here's the thing. This, what you're seeing right there, is episode 240. I got to grab 241. But having that marked in place, I can come out here. This is 241. We're just going to kind of drag it right over the top. So it's all good to go. I'm going to start editing. Usually pull this back so we start off with just a 101. I don't have a title for this episode, but I do need to change the number on it. So we'll click there, or your text, 241. So that's good. That's ready to go. And now I get to start editing in earnest. And there's kind of a couple of things I'm editing for. One, make sure that we keep our family-friendly rating. So taking out all those fun swear words that my co-hosts like to drop in the course of a show. But also if we reference anything, the guys are really good about sending me photos, things like that I can put up and such. And I'll do some of that. For this first chunk, though, I stayed on this show, on this particular episode, till what's on tap. So I'm just going to proceed with editing, and we're just going to time lapse kind of that part. And just to give you the idea for how I'm going to do this here on out is as I edit this, if I do react to anything, I'm recording it in the long form. So again, future Howard, we should say, when he goes to edit this, he can kind of take the chunks and break it down, because editing usually takes me a couple of nights over several hours. I'm nowhere near as fast as Kidder, and again, because I'm using all of these ports, including one for my webcam, so we can do that at least. I don't have a mouse, so I'm doing it with the touchpad on my laptop. So again, a lot of things are going to slow me down. I'm going to cut out a lot of that, or at least shorten it down to a time lapse, so you get to see all of it happening and see how I edit an episode. And if I react to anything, great, I will make sure to snap out of it. So you get to see my live reaction, you get to see how I edit an episode, and enjoy this bonus video. I'm going to get stuck in, because not only do I have to edit, I also got to take some show notes as I go. Here we go.
Yeah, I will probably tap out at some point during this episode and let you guys handle it unsupervised, which is probably something I will regret when I become
Yeah, always will I regret this. I'm already regretting this. So it may seem like I'm goofing around, but a little clip like this, I don't know what I'd use it for, but just Kidder's reaction during it is enough for me to go, need that one for the file. So I'm trying to get to the end of it so I can snip it. All right. Woo. So that was all the editing just to get caught up to where I left. So I just have left the show. So from here on out, as I said, I'm going to continue editing, not for too much longer. I'm hoping, from what I can tell, it's hour and 38. So they went over. We're shooting for an hour. Did an hour and 38. I'm not going to get all of that done tonight, so I'm hoping to work for about another 15 minutes or so, and then I need to call it a night and go to bed because I got to get up at 5:15. So we'll try to record this, and hey, if I have a great reaction, you'll see it. Otherwise, get ready for some more time lapses. I know it's a lot of time lapses, but here we go. Uncharted territory.
I'm gonna try one of these god awful things because they've been in my fridge for like 6.
And we hardly made it a minute, not even a minute after I left. Let's figure this out real quick. So I left at 28:30. We'll see how long JS goes before he swears.
I'm gonna try one of these god awful things because they've been in my fridge for like 6.
So 10 seconds. 10 seconds after I left, JS is already dropping a swear word. So I need to go in and clean that out.
It tastes like the original mean green monster.
We're gonna be going for that 6 hours you promised, huh?
I don't even taste the alcohol in this. It just tastes sugar.
Locally grown apples, always.
Someone doesn't have noise canceling on.
See,
Good thing
this
we have the
is like,
multi-view so we can see Doc's face when he tasted that.
But it was just something that I was like, well, it is like my natural response is Yakima, but you said Yakima. I was like,
It's because you from Chicago.
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 How you guys doing?
How you doing over
But,
there?
Yeah, so
Da
there's
Bears.
something that
Da Bears.
it might be a regional preference or difference that I mean.
Also, it takes me always a
Maybe a
while to get into the whole
Washington thing.
Chicago accent.
yeah, no, like I said, even locally, I hear people
Yeah.
say both.
Nolans.
Pronounce the words. You just sit.
I think we're going to make a new rule. Although I don't really want to keep track of it, but maybe I should propose the new rule. If you catch you swearing and have to edit, and it's like more than like 5 times an episode, you get an additional IPA for IPA Appreciation Month.
Gonna do another episode of random I found in my garage.
And on that note, I think that's a good stopping point before I have a feeling that JS is about to rant again, and I need to go in and make a couple of notes because they had this whole Yakima discussion in the middle of what's on tap round 2 and kind of got to be a little long, so I kind of want to sort that out. All right, Mike 2, back to the editing. Let's see if we get any further in this, and hopefully we'll find out whatever it is that my cohorts so madly wanted me to see.
You want a doorbell? Here's a doorbell. I'll have a doorbell. But 1,000 Faro connectors. You want a box of these? Because, I got more of them.
I was looking at the Gemini, the running Gemini notes, and it was like, it said like
I think this might be the part that they were hoping I'd see. So let's play through this out a little bit.
I was looking at the Gemini, the running Gemini notes, and it said Kyle instigated a what was it? What did it say? I need to go back and look now. It said Kyle instigated a
15-minute long rant
No.
about his garage
was-
sale
It was the way it
wannabes.
said it. It was like, oh yeah, Kyle instigated a showcase that led to a. Instigated a showcase that led to a lengthy, humorous listing of various unused and broken items that JS had in his garage.
Yep, that happened. Now I gotta go back and clean that language up. I'm guessing there's more.
That's what that's what last episode needs to be titled. Is
No, it does not. No, it is not. And no, it would never be. Plus, I don't even want to try and figure out what the thumbnail graphic would be for that. You know, JS, I'll stick to naming the episodes around here, but nice try. Now I gotta clean up that one.
yes.
I mean, it's in Gemini notes, so we can't take it away from the corporation. Like, it's in the notes,
Yeah.
so it has to be done.
Yeah.
You know, you can use
Well, and
the
Howard-
symbols.
Howard
You
has
know?
said the reason why he has those on is because that gives him ideas for titles
Yes.
and like summaries for the show. So like, I mean, if Gemini says it, we
Google
have
be
to
said,
do it.
Google
We
be
have to
done.
I think it's a terrible idea to ever listen to Google on anything like this. Nice try, guys. Not happening.
We have to do it. Like,
Yes.
who are we to question? Who are we to question our AI?
Man.
Honestly, like
I did not know what I was. I did not know what bottle I was uncorking right there. And,
the AI overlords have spoken. Let's not challenge them, or they will rise up
But-
and kill us.
it reminded me so much of my uncle that lives in the suburbs of Boise. He has a whole pole barn of stuff, and I think I've ranted about him before, but he's got.
If you're gonna go on a rant, can I talk about my drink first?
Oh, sorry,
No.
totally forgot.
Round
Ken.
2, Mark, drink.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'll give him a like a 3 out of 5 on the whole Howard, everybody's favorite segment. What's on top? Round 2, drink.
Well, I gave it to Rude Boy to introduce his beverage, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, we got this thing over here. By the way, we got Chicago, and hey, let's go to JS's garage. What else do we got over here? Hey, let's check this thing out." I was like, "Yakima, I was in Yakima. I don't know what we're doing here anymore. Like, I don't know." Man, this sucks.
We got options here. We got
and now
options
JS
here.
is going fishing in his garage, and who knows what he's going to catch.
Yeah.
You know,
I have to admit, Kidder tends to be the biggest offender on skipping somebody in what's on tap. Usually it's me that gets skipped. It's nice when there's a little bit of paybacks on this one, but a pretty good rant from Kidder on it and such. And I have a feeling, just from the look on what's on the screen, that he's not really happy that they're now once again putting it back on JS and ignoring. Yeah, but he's not going to get to drink right away. Also going to grab that as a screenshot. I've been collecting screenshots to use for thumbnails, so let's grab that one while we're at it. Anyway, let's continue.
the last time I went fishing in my garage, I caught a toad in my water drain here. So
You're doing it wrong, JS. Clearly.
To create a vibrant flavor oasis, providing that a little paradise can be found even in the prickliest of places. It says 40 degrees on here. I don't know if that means that this thing is just stuck at 40 degrees and you can't get it colder. or warmer.
That's the ideal
Or it was-
temperature. Ideal
It
temperature.
was brewed at 40 degrees.
Ideal
I'm
temperature.
expecting crispy and delicious.
And
We had Curtis kind of interrupting, so we'll kind of come back to that. Also, I gave Kidder this particular beverage. I really like this one, so I'm hoping, as much as he hates apples, I'm hoping this gets a good rating.
And delicious.
and two towns is
Where?
Two Towns is Corvallis, Oregon. That's where Oregon
Is it
State
2
University.
towns over?
No, it's Corvallis. That's where Oregon State University.
2 hours away.
No.
But how is it
Too
two
hard to
towns if
handle
it's
now?
only Corvallis? That's only one town.
I don't know their full story. I just know they're in Corvallis, and Corvallis is where Oregon State
Tastes like
University.
apple juice.
Poor Doc. Poor Doc. Clearly, when I'm not around to be the whipping boy, somebody had to be, and unfortunately, Doc was getting the wrath there.
2 apple juice.
You get a 2 just because I can still drink it.
That's really disappointing, Kidder, because that one was really good.
Yeah. Start drinking and introducing your drink before I ask my actual question. Please and thank you.
Does this work? Is this a good battery or is it a battery?
Yes! I gotta go in and clean that one up.
I think this is a
Now the
shit battery.
JS show.
Guys, come on! This, so when I started this, we were at about the 40-minute mark. It's been about 15 minutes worth of editing, and so far I'm like 3 minutes in because of all the cursing. This is why I try not to curse on the show, and I prefer when my co-hosts don't, because it's taking 15 minutes to edit 3. It makes everything take longer. It's also going a bit slower because, again, don't have mouse because of this setup, so I can record this. Okay, let's try and find these.
It's not a bad one because it's just random.
I'm just trying to. No, I'm just
I
trying.
hate curse words like this because it's like in amongst everybody else, so it just makes it harder to clean up.
To understand if that was a rhetorical question or if we're expected to answer.
Doc asking the hard questions.
I don't know.
Okay, even though he started talking there, we're gonna just cut that out. Again, this episode was long to begin with, and that audio wasn't good.
Hey, I'm the main feature in this, but it perfectly complements the mixture that it goes with. Whatever your favorite vodka, maybe light rum might go with, but I went with a splash of Tito's vodka, a solid
Splash or
stack
4
ice.
ounces?
It's a rude boy pour, so it's got to be at least 12 ounces.
No.
No,
I've got
It would
my
only be-
Yeti.
no, it would
no,
only
no,
be-
no, no.
It would only be a 12-ounce pour if it was Malort. So
Oh. This
Oh,
show would be
man.
off the rails way sooner if we were talking Malort. But for the sake of Howard and his excellent editing skills.
Don't try and butter me up. You guys have done enough damage already.
Yeah.
JS, you got any guns under there for cheap? I got a crisp 20 in my wallet, wondering what I can get me.
Shush.
I meant for sale.
Ew.
I know you're loaded. I'm saying that's like I got $20 for you. What's it gonna get me?
I'll give you something in the garage for $20. I
A
got
bucket
lots
of cat litter and a case of IPAs.
Good one, Kyle. Good one.
I'm looking on the firearms end of things.
You know, I only found 2 guns when I cleaned the garage, so it's not as bad as it usually is.
This answers an age-old question. There was a bit of banter Kidder and I did many episodes ago about a monkey with a gun, and Kidder wanted to know where did the monkey get the gun. Clearly from JS's garage. We finally have an answer like years later.
Maybe they're stuck in the Panama Canal. Got stuck.
Oh.
Soon the step boat's going to come along in the back and going to ask what the
You
step
saw
boat's
that
doing.
meme when that boat got stuck in the Suez Canal? Help me, step ship, I'm stuck. I love it.
And there we go. Howard once again claiming that we are the most timely podcast in podcast history.
Yep.
Rude boy, did you pay the internet bill this month? I'm just wondering. You're coming across through a potato.
I son of a sorry.
Why? Okay. Let's try and edit that.
Yeah,
The accent or the
even though we
gigs?
No.
Little
bit of both.
Hold on.
Order!
Little bit of both.
I don't know what you're talking about, but according to my reps, I've got the fastest fiber in the state.
Yeah.
Bunch of hosiers
What-
that
what-
crap company you used to work for.
They still wrapping the fiber
You-
on the old the wrapping wand, and they just
Oh, they're still short people left and right. Yeah.
I always hate when we have two conversations going on at the same time because it's just messy.
I honestly don't even know where the hell this came from or what this is. Why do I have this shit in my garage?
Clearly for our entertainment and amusement. I just wish you would swear less about it.
Because I can't do it. I'm emotionally attached to stuff. I have a problem.
I think JS has just entered the therapy couch. I am not licensed nor registered to help him with his problems.
did you
Whoa,
chop
somebody get
the-
Johnny?
did you
So scared.
chop the
that-
log right on
the
that
wrong
shelf?
thing and I disappeared. I'm sorry.
Please, gentlemen, one at a time.
That was my first thought. Like,
Monster's
oh lordy,
getting
the
to me.
stuff on that bottom shelf.
My
Outta here.
garage! Oh my god!
The monster is getting to me. I'm quite drunk right now.
No. Truthfully, I haven't seen, when Kidder asked me to react to this, I thought there was going to be some, bombshell thing, and we still got, 30 minutes, but I'm trying to just react to make this interesting somewhat. Hopefully it's working. If you made it this far, maybe give us a like, subscribe, please. I promise I don't do this all the time.
It's getting to me. I'm quite drunk right now.
I'd also like to say, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Okay, Kidder always says that, and it's like his one line, but it doesn't always fit. Like now. It just, yeah.
I mean, if anybody wants to just make an offer for random in this garage. I will probably sell it.
I'll give you $10 to stop swearing so much on the show.
Well, I asked for that bin of fireworks that you're.
You know what? You come up here and get it. It's yours. No holds. I won't respond. Is this still available?
Are these fireworks still fireable? Are they all? Do they all have fuses?
Yeah. I don't know. I know some of them are bootleg ones they got off the reservation, so you might want to be.
Are these fireworks legal in the Midwest? Question mark.
Some of them, yes. There's a bag full of them that they're a little spicy. They're chili shells, but they don't go anywhere. They just explode.
Am I able to have a demo of the fireworks before I buy?
I think Future Howard would frown upon that, but you know.
Why would I frown about shooting off fireworks on the show? Truthfully, our best short that we ever did was about fireworks. That's fine. I will also say, as I'm making this cut, if you're noticing that the sound drops out, my poor old laptop that I am editing this on, towards the end of an episode, especially one where there's been as many cuts as this, it starts to chug. And the only way I could fix it would be to restart it and get it going again. But that means I'd have to shut down this and close out this and then restart it and get it all fired back up. And I don't know that I want to do that. I kind of want to push through this and try and get done, because I so badly want to be done with this. I'm at that point in the editing process, especially because we're coming up on that hour, and I know we should be at the end point of the episode soon, but I know that I have like another almost 40 minutes to do. Okay. I think I gotta restart. We'll be back with part 3 as I quickly save everything, and we'll do just a quick start. Okay, part 3. Let's do this. Finish off.
Sounds like you need an assistant.
I was like, I need something.
We
I know Kidder is starting a joke, but I really am trying to trim out some of these pauses. And as they're getting tired, because it is late when they're recording this section, because we're at the hour mark, and I dropped off at like 11:15-ish, so, and they've gone at least. They're closing in on midnight pretty easily. So let's hear what Kidder's joke was.
We could get Clippy.
He screws
He's a good
right in.
assistant. Looks like you're writing a letter.
My brain works very differently from most people. I can make things out of straight garbage and come up with cool shit. The problem is, my brain goes, oh hey, I could make insert random item here out of an electric motor that I'm looking at on my garage shelf. But that was 6 years ago when I brought that motor home, and it's still sitting in this same spot that I put it when I brought it home. You know, if I had the time and ability to let the creative things fly and just do all the things, there'd be all kind of cool shit in here, but that just doesn't work, because I gotta go to work and not get paid for it.
just to put a random 2 cents into your thoughts, but I did see your.
I'm gonna cut Kyle off here only to say, JS, I got a solution for you. You start your own YouTube channel. You know, kind of like I have Howard's Cave of Wonder. You could have JS's Treasure Trove or JS's Workshop. You know, you could come up with whatever you want to do. But you could then showcase the interesting items and talk about what you do about it. And maybe enough other people would get into that whole junky, you know, recycling, reusing thing mindset. It could really take off. And hey, you'd have a whole new business that could allow you to buy more stuff. There you go. I am fueling your problem more than solving it. I don't know if that really helps. But anyway, carry on.
Your orange and white cat kind of walking through here and there, and you clean the floor with your solvents and your high-powered cleaning elements. And
are you telling him that he should open a grooming shop for pets?
Hey, you know.
Well, I'm not saying one thing or the other, but it's something that the cat walked through after you splash the IPA on the floor.
The pee. It's gonna mark his territory.
I'm no Einstein. I'm no Ben Franklin, but I mean it's something that you got a little spare cat litter. You've got. I mean you obviously you have a growing business. So I mean, it's something that I'm trying to put two and two together here. But.
Yeah, and I beat you to it, Kyle. JS's Treasure Trove. You know, or I mean, the simple one is like JS's Restoration Shop. That can actually be kind of cool. JS's Restoration Shop. You know, because he's chopping up old stuff, putting in new stuff. Again, it could work. I see laughs coming up.
You know, if you're in need of getting your I want to say it so bad.
The one time he shows restraint on this show.
Do it!
If you're in need of getting your pussy washed, go on down to Pet Place Grooming. We'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
What about the chickens? Do you guys chickens?
We can do a chicken. We can even wash your cock for you if you've got a big one.
I think this is the bit that they're like, oh, Howard's going to love this. I think, though, that they have to remember, they were drinking a lot of alcohol when they did this. I'm stone sober as I'm editing it. And, yeah, it's not that funny.
How are the suds?
Suds are great.
Wait. So what we've established is that JS likes to wash big cocks.
I can wash a big cock. I can wash a pussy if you bring one into me. It doesn't matter if it's a short hair. If it's a long hair, it doesn't matter if it's a big one or a small one. We can wash it. We got holiday cents if you want to throw a couple extra dollars our way. We can give you a sugar cookie or a pumpkin spiced flavor in your wash. You'll have the smell going that you've always wanted. We can do a medicated shampoo.
Are you skilled at trimming back the plumage?
This is why I don't tend to promote our show. It's because every now and then we get into stuff like this, and I'm sorry, it's not my kind of humor, and so this is just kind of embarrassing. Also, I don't let my kids listen to this show because there's stuff like this. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got 6 tubs plus a dedicated pussy wash tub just for your convenience.
What about
Future
exfoliation?
Howard is gonna hate us so much.
So, we don't really talk about this, but a little over a year ago, I actually quit the Triple B. I walked off. And it's because, unlike these guys, they join us for a show once every 2 weeks, or 2 shows, once every 2 weeks. We do about 3 hours of recording, and they're done. And that's all of their workload to this show. I'm the guy, though, that now I have spent the better parts of 2 nights editing this, and it takes forever because, oh, it's okay for us to do this. It's okay for us to swear. It's okay for us to make more work for Future Howard. They're sucking my night away. They're sucking my free time away. And the fact that they do crap like this, and it's a thing that bugs me a lot, actually. This doesn't make me happy. Because I'm having to sit here and edit all this out. Because I don't like it. It's, to me, I get it. It's the kind of humor, it's beating around, like they're playing around with innuendo and all of that, and it's fine for an adult audience. I just don't like it. It's not the kind of thing that I want my coworkers to go, oh, you're part of that show. It doesn't sit well for me. But they do it knowing that it's going to upset me, and yeah. This is the times where I feel my lowest, because they're laughing and like, oh, Future Howard's going to hate us for this. Yeah, because this shows you don't care about Future Howard. You don't care about me as an editor. You don't care that you suck up my evening. You don't care, that I have to then spend more time down here. It's 9:55. I've been down here for, well over an hour. I have done 10, 25 minutes. And I don't know that I'm going to put this all in the main show. But I'm putting it here because these guys think that's funny, or that they're going to get some great reaction out of me. No, this is this kind of crap that makes me want to quit this show, and I'm glad they're having a laugh at it.
I'm just wondering about the exfoliation. How does that process work?
Scrub-a-dub-dub, scrub-a-dub-dub.
We do 2 baths, we do 2 shampoos, and then a condition, and then we bring you into a separate room and give you a high-velocity blowjob just to get you dried off.
I'm just wondering, does it match the nursery rhyme? Because, that was Scrub-a-Dub-Dub, 3 men in the tub, and I don't know.
No, I work with 13 women, so
All right, got it.
I was also wondering if you've ever had any pussy slip away.
The only place that has happened is at the impound in Lincoln. And I had to chase it through the ceiling.
Oh, okay. It's good that you never let the pussy or the cock get out of your hands.
I have never lost one yet.
So semi-related but unrelated, I did see a story the other day. Our one of our local police departments, the suburb one over from where I am, posted on Facebook because they were called because somebody who they're hoping to, they've asked if they can find out who left a newborn puppy in a dumpster. And so they were called, they rescued it, and one of the local police officers is fostering it until they can find a home for it. But I was just like, I was actually appreciative. Like they actually took the time. Like we're gonna go get this dog. We're gonna get him out. We're gonna find him. But I was a little bit surprised by that because that's not always been my experience. So I was pleased to see that they're actually taking that level of care. That one of them was like, "We'll take him home. We'll wait until we can find a place." And that they're actually actively like trying to find out who did it because like they actually said we will prosecute because abandoning an animal is not just immoral; it's also a crime. So.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I found some more treasures.
So Doc tells an interesting story that we could have talked about, but I don't really want all that other crap and crud in here. So I'm actually going to edit it all out. And luckily, JS gives us this transition, so I have something to jump to. But I'm taking all that out. But again, that's the kind of stuff that they think it's funny. They've been drinking. They think it's funny. For me, I just want to, like right now, I just really want to stop this and just go to bed because I'm annoyed that they're wasting my time and my evening. And that I matter so little. Thanks, guys. And I know one of the things is that, you know, for them, they're going to be like cowards of prude. It'd be nice, and I kind of like the idea that I could watch these with my kids or have them on while my kids are around, and I'm not with that. So maybe it's because I have kids and I think I'm considerate of other people who maybe, hey, you're driving on a family trip or in the car and your kids are there and you don't want them hearing that stuff. I don't know. That's just my take. I get that we're not a kid show, but I like to consider that we try to be somewhat family friendly in some regards. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
That needs to get watched. Very bad.
You bear. Do you need our assistance? This is what happens when Howard leaves the show early.
You know what?
yeah, it is. Although sometimes it happens when I'm there.
I've got a carpet shampoo. Here, carpet shampoo.
It's be like no matter how sick I am, I'm staying from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing there, JS, is I think I need a carpet shampooer. So
you want one? Because you can have this carpet shampooer. I don't have a single.
The sad thing, and I didn't know where I wanted to interrupt with, but the sad thing is, I think they're making a joke. Oh, no matter how sick he is, I'm staying. Yeah. That's a great feeling, you know. Got to be on the show because I can't trust these guys alone. Thanks, guys.
From now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing there, JS, is I think I need a carpet shampooer. So
you want one? Because you can have this carpet shampooer. I don't have a single piece of carpet in my house. I don't have a carpet shampooer.
What about your pussy? Is there a carpet strip on
anywhere in that house?
So again, more stuff I gotta edit out because I can't keep her
at all.
You know what?
I'll say what we have right here is a clear division between Howard's Cave of Wonders and JS's Garage of Wonders.
Already made that joke, Kyle. Yep.
Because it's equally intriguing, enticing, and but you don't know what the hell's going to come next.
JS is never-ending bargain bin.
Like the audience. The audience is for Howard's Cave of Wonders and JS's Garage of Wonders. Completely different. Completely different.
Exactly, but we have a clear divide right here that that it's something that we it's something
He's
that
finding more.
they are equally intriguing, and they bring in my inner child intrigue that they just I just want to know what's going to come next.
All right. Night 3. Way more than I was expecting. Usually I'm done with these episodes in a single night. It's not too much, but we're on night 3. There's still roughly 20-some minutes left to edit, plus a behind the curtain. And Sheep Plugs is coming up, so that also will take quite a bit of time. So let's dive right into it and try and finish this out.
That garage floor looks immaculate.
We're back to the floor.
I don't think that's the treated section that we're looking at. It's so good he left.
I wish I could leave too. Yeah.
That he was sweeping and squeegeeing earlier, so
All right, I
give him
gotta
compliments
put
for his efforts.
my back in its holder.
It has a sheath.
It does.
Good.
Yeah.
As it should.
An empty pallet actually works really good for holding spare tools. If you put.
I don't want to hear about you holding your tool.
Started the whole pet place stuff, and now we're gonna have fun sexual innuendo throughout this. I have a feeling. I'm gonna look and see how long this goes, and then may cut out some more.
Oh, I'm gonna hold my tool all right. I can't even get over to the damn thing because I got too much shit in my way.
Whoa, okay, okay, now we've gone like way into too much TMI there.
And hold, your postal diggers and your axes and your pickaxes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cut out all of that. It's unneeded. I already have enough kind of issues with that sort of humor. We're just gonna come here. We're just gonna make a cut. This whole thing ran too long anyway.
Put a for sale sign in. I've got knee pads in case you need some knee pads. You know what else I have? Used tiles. You want some used tiles? There you go. I got them.
I don't need to know about your need for knee pads.
That joke wasn't even a good one, I know that this is probably making me come off fairly prudish with some of it, but the truth is, I've never liked that kind of humor. It's just not my thing. And you know what? In a show that is too long and I gotta cut something, I'm gonna cut this crap out because I don't like it. And I said it makes it really hard to recommend this show to anybody when it's like, yeah, there's some kind of stuff in there that I think is kind of crude and not great. I understand, they're having fun, but as somebody who's on his third night of editing this, my tolerance for any of this is just done.
It's much more fun to play lawn mowing sim than it is to mow the actual
That
lawn
is true.
because of the
No.
the physical limitations.
No, and I hear you. I would never personally in real life ever participate in a snowball fight, but I might do a virtual one. But never a real one. Never, 100%. Never.
The good news for you, Doc.
Where's your sense of adventure, Doc? Come on, get after
I mean,
it.
there is that as well. But the good news for you, Doc, is Christmas is around the corner, and that means STO will be bringing the holiday theme again with Krampus and the whole gnome village, the sugar cookie village, everything. And you can throw snowballs in STO, which is free to play, but you have the lifetime membership.
Okay, so I enjoyed the whole snow removal simulator chat. That was actually probably one of the best conversations that they had since I left. I will say though, when Kidder first said STO, I was thinking the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, even though that's TSO. I don't know why. That was my original thought, and then I realized he meant Star Trek Online. But so then I got far less excited.
Nico can float a gift subscription. I'm not paying for that crap.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, there's no release date. It just says coming soon.
A cleaning schedule.
The Clear the Snow description says
6 books
play
and
with
one
up
for
to
mental
4
health
friends.
Yeah.
Is it blank?
And help clear the city of
blank?
snow. Work together
Absolutely
with
blank.
shovels.
Another classic conversation where they're talking over each other. There's 2 conversations going on. Yep, that's fun to listen to.
Snow blowers and heavy machinery to complete the jobs and upgrade your gear.
Okay,
Enjoy your cozy winter vibes and freedom to play your own way.
See,
So
we
it-
can't
it
know. Like,
sounds-
no. Like now it's done because we can't do the heavy machinery because we've been drinking. Shoot.
That really sums up a lot of what's wrong with this episode.
Rude Boy knows. Both he and I have been doing American trucking sim at probably a 0.2.
yeah, it's
Don't you know
they
the
don't
government?
have the USB plug-in ADV checker and
You get a digital
breathalyzer add-on. Breathalyzer add-on. Is that what you're saying?
Oh.
No,
That was good. That was good.
Pay an
if
extra
we did
$100
that,
for
then
the interlock.
we maybe have 10% of the content that we have. So
10% of the content, or 10%?
anyway,
10% BAC.
a little bit of one, a little bit of both.
And with that, we have come to the time where it's time to check your breathalyzer and get the flock out.
All right.
So, to finish
We're getting
this
cheap
thing up,
plugs.
and otherwise, we have final thoughts that we need to give. And I don't even know where to start on this. So we should probably start with Doc because it's going to go downhill from here.
The only thing I've got, honestly,
Yep, here we go.
is Howard. I fully support you. Take care of yourself, self-care. But I don't know that it's in your best interest to ever leave us unattended again. That's all I can.
You're not wrong.
I'm going to listen to the rest of this and then I'll respond.
I almost don't think that we even need to go to Rude Boy or to JS for final thoughts because that's some knowledge right there. I'm just kidding. We need to.
Yeah. Isn't it a more of a sad thought that I can't leave my good friends alone to finish a show professionally. Because if I do leave them alone, it means I'm going to have to do a whole lot more work than I normally do and be angry about it. Yeah, especially when they already know that I'm dealing with some stuff. Yeah. I really like this kind of twisting where it's a bit of my fault that I was so sick and tired that I could not do the show. And that's why we ended up with this. Thanks.
I'd like to mention that on Steam you can play the Snow Plowing Simulator First Snow for free, and it has mixed reviews.
Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
I'll plow your snow for you.
Oh!
Speaking of a flower,
That's quite the promise there, JS. I don't know if you can.
I have plowed marked snow before, so
Whoa!
I have a feeling we're about to get more of this comedy that I just don't care for. The fact that we've already had 2 of the Curtis woes. So I'm going to go back, get the start of this, and we'll see if I leave it in or not.
without permission even. There was no consent given, and that some bitch got plowed.
Neighborly favor.
You should have seen the size of the furrow on that.
So you're saying that you were satisfied with the result?
It really spread the drifts.
Whoa!
It did. I'm a pretty talented plower, so I'll
You just stick with it until it's done.
You're damn right I do. I don't give up until the job is done.
It's not always the size of the snowfall, but it's the size of the pile to get it at the end.
Howie's gonna love this.
I'm hell of a mound. Hell of a mound at the end of his driveway.
Whoa!
Howie doesn't love any of this. Not at all.
Should have seen the neighbors. It's a whole block party.
What'd the mailman do?
Stuck a package in it.
That's right.
The mailman,
You know what?
or the mailman is the baby. Never mind. And then moving on.
What is this, Maury?
Moving on.
Keep her moving.
Let's
We're
keep
gonna
it
make
going.
editing easy.
Going.
You know what? About the only thing I
So, that whole wonderful segment on that. I mean, I'm sure it came off really funny because they'd been drinking and, knowing kind of their sense of humor. Yeah, but again, the show ran long. I don't like this kind of humor. And I'm ticked off at this point, so delete.
time, just clean your mouth.
Just clean your mouth. Can we just that?
Now that we've achieved peak performance and the culmination of this episode, for the doc, for Rude Boy Kyle, and for JS Gunslinger, I'm still Mark Kidder. Thanks for being
here. And Howie.
And yeah, and Howie was here too.
And clearly so memorable that I was easily forgotten. So at this point, as you're kind of watching me do this, these are chunks of conversation I got kind of before the show, during our little break between episodes, and after the show. And I always look for something that is a behind the curtain, some little tidbit, something fun that we recorded that I could just put in kind of as it's like one last Easter egg at the end, something to like reward you for listening. You get one last little bit. It's usually something kind of funny. So for the first episode, I listened to the first 2 segments. I didn't want to listen to the third, just because, again, I knew I was doing this reaction. But I didn't really like anything on the first 2. That was like, there's something that was like stellar, which is why if you go back to episode 240 and get all the way to the behind the curtain, it's a clip from a past episode that was referenced. I thought, why not share that? So let's listen to this, see if there's anything that can be behind the curtain.
Howard's like,
That
guys.
was ridiculous.
And one thing I do go, because I don't want to have to like listen through all this and then go, oh, that first part is great, except for, I remember there were swear words, and then have to listen to it again. I do kind of edit those things out as I go. So the fact that Kidder dropped an F-bomb means I need to edit that out, and I would kind of agree this was something.
How is gonna hate us?
It's one of those classic JS ones where he swears so long that I need pretty much a whole second beep sound effect.
If there is some way of him like somehow remotely viewing this episode, he'd be in stitches.
What would really
would
be
be.
funny for me personally is we put the episode up, and then an hour or a day or something later, a couple days later, we put the Howard watch along where it's the view of him editing
I
the
like
show.
that.
Oh, yes.
You so
Yes.
suggest
That has to be the way
Like,
to do
Well,
it.
it's recorded, so
Yeah.
he's got it
No,
on,
totally.
and I know he's
Yeah.
gonna make it to this part, maybe. Although he might have an aneurysm by now, I don't know.
No. I think you need to suggest it to him in advance that he needs to record him watching it as an extra feature to like see his reaction. Because I don't think it was all that bad, but there were certainly some moments where I would love to see his face.
Oh man, that would be excellent. And if we could
I
be
feel
all
like
there
you
with
have to
him,
tell
just
him that,
to watch it with him.
Yeah. Like you have to tell him that.
Oh,
You have to tell him that. No, you have to tell him that before he watches it to edit it, because he can't do that the second time
I'll
through.
be right back.
We need a first time through reaction. Like we absolutely need first time, like raw in the moment reaction.
Oh, JS's phone maybe died. I don't know.
I don't know. He just left. Yeah. Also, on it, I have to say I love the world we are in today versus where we were 20 years ago. In that, less than a week after my concert last week, the recordings of every performance are already available on YouTube.
I'm back.
That part is nice.
I'm stopping here in case you wondered. I should have stopped when I made the cut. I'm just a little zoned in and a little. I got comments about that chunk. The reason I made a mark there is I have identified that as a decent behind the curtain because it explains this video. And so I make the cut. So again, I don't have to go back and try and find where it ends. So I kind of am doing that. We'll see where this goes with Curtis talking, and maybe there's something else. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's not. But we'll do that. All right. that I think is it. Just so you know, I did put a title on this. I think after I stopped editing at one point, but it's unsupervised in JS's garage. Hey, some final thoughts. If you made it this far, thanks for tolerating this. Yeah, Kidder, as I said at the beginning, he sent me the text, and you can actually see it in this behind the curtain. You can see him looking down when he texted me, because it came in at like 12:20 at night to do this whole thing. So hopefully he got something out of it. I know they were hoping for reactions. I don't know exactly what they were hoping for, whether it was going to be like, laughing along or like angry or what. But I often try not to let myself get into that worked up state. I grew up as a kid with a temper, and I hate losing it, and so I tried my best to kind of keep my calm. This whole thing was frustrating because as I look at the time, I'm about 4.5 hours in editing this episode, and my frustration with it, I know they're having a good time, and there's the line here in this behind the curtain of how he's going to hate us. I never hate these guys. They're my friends. They're like brothers. I could never hate them. Disappointed is my general overall feel. And it comes from the fact that, only 2 episodes before this, so it would have been 2 weeks before this was recorded, I mentioned how I was having problems with a chronic health issue that I have that actually causes me a lot of pain, and it was bumming me out and stress. And truthfully, I mentioned this earlier in this video. About a year ago, I quit the show. It wasn't a long quit. I literally walked away at the end of a show because it was much like this one, kind of rattling on, meandering on, way past time, and I had tried to end it, and the general thought was, oh, we'll ignore it because we can. And I left, and I remember I took and I edited those videos quickly, and then spent the 2 weeks trying to decide how best to send a note that said I quit. And it was because I felt underappreciated. And I kind of feel that way with this. And I think that's why I'm frustrated, because they laugh it off. Oh, sorry, Howie. Oh, Howard's going to hate us. Oh, I want to catch his reaction so I can, But the truth is, and I said this earlier too, and I'm going to reiterate it, for these guys, we record once every other week with about 3.5 hours. That's their total time commitment to this show. Some of them don't show up every week. So sometimes it's once a month, 3.5 hours. That's it. When they're done, they're done. They're away from the show. Who cares? But for me, I'm the guy. I just spent 4.5 hours, 3 nights. 3 nights where I could have painted or just relaxed, done some things to ease my pain, but I spent it here editing and cleaning this up and cleaning up their good time to make it into something that I hope gets viewed. And I've been trying to keep it in kind of those terms. And so it's just things like this, episodes like this, my general reaction is that I'm not that cared for. None of them have ever stepped up and said, I'll take on editing the show. When my daughter was born, when both of my daughters were born and I took a hiatus, there was no offer of, hey, Howie, We'll take over the show. We'll edit the show. You take some time off. And so I edited the show even though I wasn't on it. I haven't taken a break. I have edited every show of the Triple B, all 241 episodes. Along with bonus content, spin-off shows. We're up over 500 videos on the channel. Kidder, to his credit, designed most of the graphics that you see throughout the show. Some of them, and a lot of them, the updates with the lower thirds, and that has been me. And I'm not saying that they don't care about the show. I think it's a great vehicle for keeping all of us together, and it's a great hangout, and I think for a lot of us it's a great stress relief. I just wish that they would take some consideration into the guy who has to sit and edit this. And not only that, because I'm not done. Once this is edited, I have to get a description written. I have to create a thumbnail for it. I have to get it uploaded, both the audio version and the video version to YouTube, audio version to Podbean, so it gets out everywhere. I then have to do the social media posts. I probably still have a few more hours, about an hour or two worth of work left to do in this. And that doesn't include all of the little shorts and reels and things that I do to try and help with this show. And so that's why I'm disappointed, because they think it's funny to kind of torture me, to waste my time. And none of them will lift a finger to help me out. And that's where I'm disappointed. And that's why, if they've made it to this point, and you guys watched it, guys, I love you. All of you. But sometimes you guys are really assholes. There's my reaction. You wanted it. You got it. With that, I got more stuff to do. So, Howie Blues, signing off.